Leaving the data to one side 1 second, how did you take the news on Friday that yields were negative on the German 10-year Bund? Is it concerning?
I think it is a sign for uncertainty in the economy. It is the usual flight to safe haven. So an increasing number of people seem to expect a downturn, if not a recession. So I don't think it's a good sign. It makes spending, it makes investment easier for the German government. But in general, it's not a good sign.
Okay, how bruised is the German economy? We had some pretty dire economic data on Friday with the PMI, but then today, business confidence actually improving more than forecast.
That's correct. We have a divided economy in Germany. The domestic economy is very strong. Employment is increasing. Wages are rising rather quickly. We have a strong reading in construction. We have a strong service sector. We have strong retail. The weakness is really coming from the outside here, from manufacturing, which is continuing to decline. We have very weak export demand. This is reflecting weaknesses in the world economy, but the German domestic economy is strong.
Mr. Fuest, you are exceptionally qualified to answer this question, which is what do bankers coast to coast in Germany, what do they want, from Alps to coast, I should say, what do they want in a Deutsche Bank Commerzbank merger? What does the rest of banking want out of this forced marriage?
My impression is that the rest of the banking sector would be pleased about this merger because Germany is an overbanked economy. Some consolidation is needed. So my reading is that the rest of the banking sector would be happy about that. The question is this really good for the economy as a whole? We would have a very large German bank, one that would be too big to fail. And from a European perspective, the question is, would it have to be a German merger? Could it not be the case that other European banks could take over Commerzbank? In the end, I think politicians shouldn't intervene here. This is questions mainly for the banks themselves.
What about the Landesbank? I mean, the smaller banks, the heritage of Germanic banking is so different from the rest of the world. Don't they have to confront merger as well?
A more fundamental question is, do we really need this public banking sector? A lot of people say that the weakness in the German banking sector is related to state intervention and state presence, partly through the Landesbank. And so really a question is, can we and should we maintain this public banking sector? Why not privatize these Landesbank? And I think we need a fundamental debate without taboos here in Germany.
But, Mr. Fuest, if we have tens of thousands, 20,000, 30,000, possibly even more, we don't know at this point, job losses resulting from a merger or a takeover in the banking sector in Germany, what does that mean for the strength of the German economy?
I don't think that's a problem. We need some consolidation. These are highly qualified people. They will find other jobs. There are a lot of banks moving to Frankfurt at the moment as a result of Brexit. So there will be jobs. I wouldn't be worried about that. The German labor market is very strong. These are qualified people. It should not be a reason to stop the merger.